What's up, guys? It's me, Kenwood Crazy, and today we be ranking coasters at Kings Island. At 13, we have Flight of Fear. It's so terrible to the point where I forget its name. Worst coaster I've been on by far. It's way too intense. For those of you who have been at Kings Island, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I swear, if this is somehow your favorite coaster there, I'm shocked. Good for you. You can handle this much force. But for me, this ride was straight up dog crap. You should not be riding this coaster. If you go there, it's not worth the time. Luckily, I got the one of the shorter waits of the day, so I was in and out on there. Took care of that one first. Good thing I did. But that coaster was so terrible. We're to the point I do not want you guys to be riding it. Yes, it's a LIM launch, but still, don't ride it. Just don't. Trust me, it's not worth their time. Whether you're waiting 60 minutes or 90 minutes, it's not worth their time. But anyways, at number 12, we have Adventure Express. Don't get me wrong, this coaster isn't that bad, but at the same time, it wasn't that good. Especially, a guy taking consideration that I'm such a big kid. But like grown, not like big kid, but like almost a grown adult, and yet I'm riding these type of coasters. I mean, it was a little bit rough. It wasn't rough. I mean, the rough wasn't as bad. Yes, it was a little shaky, a little rough, but the forces were terrible. I got hit by a tree for having my arms up. That tree is my arch nemesis, but overall, the theming made this ride very pleasant. But unfortunately, I couldn't ride some of the other coasters there because they were closed down, or I just didn't feel like riding it, aka the Great Pumpkin Coaster, because that's too scary for me. I have to build up, and hopefully when I go back, I have enough fear gone from me so I can actually ride the scariest coaster there. But really, other than that, Adventure Express is a good little theme coaster, nice family coaster. Just a little bit janky, but it's expected because it's made by Arrow. And Arrow coasters really aren't my favorite, but they still have a special place in my heart. But anyways, Adventure Express isn't that bad of a coaster, I'd say so. But yeah, Adventure Express definitely could be a little bit higher on my list if it was smoother, but other than that, is what it is. But overall, the theme is pretty good, but everything else was not a pleasant experience for me, especially when I came back after rain and all that, so it wasn't that good. But at 11, we have Airrail, wherever, Woodstock Airrail. There we go. Took me a second to remember the name. But this coaster, long story short, I was taller. Just about a half inch or so taller than it because I had my shoes on and all that. But surprisingly, I still rode it. I didn't get checked for my height, which that's a good thing. Surprisingly, you can actually be taller than height limit said. The only difference is just be careful going up the chain lift. There are some close call moments where I thought I was going to hit my legs off and stuff, but other than that, Woodstock Airrail is just a little bit shaky, that's all. Other than that, that's it. Here at number 10, we have Snoopy's Soapbox Racers. Don't get me wrong, this coaster isn't the best, but it's not the worst. Surprisingly smooth for a kid's coaster. I mean, I believe it's made by Vekoma, so there's that. Vekoma typically makes pretty good coasters, so I'm not mad about the experience whatsoever. It's one of the more pleasant experiences because I was riding coasters all day, and this just kind of helped calm everything down because how smooth it was. Nice, smooth family coaster. That's what I needed. And this coaster delivered at closer to the end of the day. I just needed something nice to ride on. You know, just something to make me a little bit more happier. And later on this video, I'm going to tell you which coaster is special for me. I'm not going to tell you the surprise. You hear the surprise when it gets ranked. But other than that, Snoopy's is a nice, pleasant experience. Really in G-forces, but still good experience. Nothing bad, nothing good though. Here at number 9, we have my 50th credit. The special coaster I was talking to you about in the last coaster. Woodstock Express. Yes, this is my 50th credit, which hopefully I can get to 100 by the end of next year, which I'm trying to do that. But Woodstock Express, I was somewhat too tall for the cars. I had to sit at a certain angle, so therefore I can actually fit in the car. But other than that, it could be ranked a little bit higher. I'm not sure what to do. It's between that and the racer for his spot. But really, this coaster did deliver nice low G-forces. But overall, this coaster is nice, good paced. It has everything you want in like a family wooden coaster, even though it's really not that tall. I mean, it had a nice little layout too, so that's good. I really did enjoy it while I rode it. But yeah, for how tall I am and how small these cars are, it was pretty good. Here at slots 8 and 7, we have the racer. The blue side is number 8. The red side is number 7. Which I did. Wait, I'm not sure if I got that mixed up or not. But overall, they're both tied. But I believe the red side is number 7 now thinking about it. Whichever side is on the right side is number 7. Whichever side is on the left side is number 8. Overall, both of those sides were pretty good. I enjoyed the red side a little bit more because that's the side that won. But overall, they both delivered the same amount of G-forces, I believe. Overall, pretty good experience on both. Nothing too crazy for both of them. Other than the fact that when I was on red, we smoked blue. But overall, the racers were a pretty nice addition to have there. Nothing too big, nothing too small. Just enough to deliver everything that was quite enjoyable there. I mean, not that bad. But at the same time, to tell you that I didn't get on Invertigo nor Backlot Stunt Coaster or Queen City Stunt Coaster, whichever one's called. But other than that, those are only 2, technically 3 with the Great Pumpkin Coaster I did not ride. So therefore, that's why it's 13 instead of 16. Not sure if I told you guys that or not. But now at number 6, we have the Bat. The Bat was a nice little nostalgia for me. Because me personally, I kind of like a little bit more older coasters. And this coaster really isn't on my bucket list, but the type of coaster itself has been on my bucket list. I always been interested in those type of coasters for a while now. I just like these suspended swinging coasters. This has just been a big fan for me. Honestly, yes, even though it's a long lift tail to get up there. But overall, it still delivered quite a punch. Yes, it was a long lift tail, but yes, at the same time, it has good low G-forces here and there. It was surprisingly forceful. I mean, it's made by aerodynamics, so therefore it's nice. But yeah, the restraints were not what I was thinking. I thought it'd be a little bit different, but nope. I mean, not complaining about that. But the Bat was a nice little coaster. Definitely fun for everyone if you have the chance to ride it. If your kids are tall enough to, you should just let them ride. But yeah, the Bat, nice little coaster. It's not blue, it's orange, and it's better than Top Thrill 2. It's the Bat. But other than that, the Bat is the Bat. Now keep on doing Bat things. Here by number 5, we got all the main attractions now, is the Beast. The Beast, a long coaster. A really, really long coaster. 4 minutes and 10 seconds, if I'm correct. The world's longest coaster in the whole world. Still holds the Guinness Book of World Records for, if I'm correct. But yeah, the Beast was a little bit rough and a little bit smooth. I think the first part is a new track, so therefore it's smoother there. The second part was the more rougher part, so therefore they just remake the second part now, and I think everything will be fine. But overall, the Beast was a pleasant experience to say the least. It's more the experience for me, but overall, the experience itself, It's quite fun. 3 tunnels. I mean, my night ride wasn't a night ride. It's more like a dusk ride. Still lay up, but still dark enough for a point you can consider it a night ride. Last ride before I left the park, because stuff went down my family a little bit a while back. And we weren't going to stay in the park all day. So, other than that, we're just going to keep at that. The Beast, though, it was fun. I mean, the 2 chain lifts really didn't bother me that much. It's more the fact that it was a little bit long, in my opinion. I mean, around between 7,000 and 8,000 feet of track. There's little forces to it. I mean, it sure did delivered. It has moments. I give it that. After riding the first time was completely rough. I did not expect what it's going to be like. Second time, I came back and rode it for my night ride. I knew what to expect. Second part, so caught me off guard. So, therefore, if you ever want to be caught off guard, ride the Beast. You don't know where you're getting it until you actually get on and ride it for yourself. It's a nice coaster overall. Beautiful layout. Nice scenery to it as well. You cannot hate the Beast. I mean, I'd be shocked if you do. Because the Beast overall, it's a nice coaster, I say so. But really, it was fun. I had fun riding it. I know my dad did if he enjoyed it as well. But really, other than that, there was nothing much to it. But yeah, moving on. On to number 4, we have Mystic Timbers. Mystic Timbers was a good ride for me. I mean, yes, we a little bit of a longer line throughout the day too. But that's highly expected for these bigger coasters. But the one thing that disappointed me was what's inside the shed. You know, me and my dad were sitting there for a good 2-3 minutes just waiting for something to pop out in the shed. Listen to this one song. I'm not going to mention the song's name so I don't get copyrighted. But, Mystic Timbers was overall pretty forceful. Good theming, too. I enjoyed the car at the front of the queue and all that. I mean, pretty well fit the theme for it, too. I mean, what's in the shed will stay in the shed. I mean, I ain't going to spoil what was in the shed. Other than what's in the shed kind of disappointed me. But other than that, this ride, decent little pops at airtime, I'd say. Nothing too much. It's a good GCI coaster, too. I'll give it props for that. But really, the shed part wasn't as great as I thought it would be. I got hyped and then it disappointed me. Here at number 3, cracking the top 3 is Banshee. You know, this coaster right here is probably one of the greatest B&M inverted coasters. I was about to call it a flying coaster, which is not a flying coaster. Those are 2 different types of B&Ms, by the way. Even though they may look the same at first, they're totally not the same. Well, yeah, Banshee is my dad's favorite coaster at the park, I believe. But honestly, I can't hate him for it because we just ate at La Rosa's right before this ride. Personal opinion, best restaurant at Kings Island. I have all the restaurants I ate at there with our meal deal and everything. But really though, Banshee was overall a pretty good coaster. I mean, one of the best layouts I've ever seen for a coaster. It kept you excited throughout the whole ride. Nothing too bad, nothing too good. I mean, a lot of things good. Nothing bad whatsoever. I enjoyed a lot of elements on here. I mean, especially with all the inversions and all that too. That added on to make it even better. Banshee is an overall well-rounded coaster. I give it for that. Here at number 2, a hot take is Diamondback. Yes, some of you might have been surprised by this, but I believe Diamondback is the second best coaster at Kings Island. I mean, me personally, it's the number 2 coaster because the number 1 coaster also meant something special to me. But overall, Diamondback, Was a pretty good coaster too. Don't get me wrong. It had a good amount of intensity for being hyper, which overall I really did enjoy. Diamondback has an ironic part. It's supposed to be themed to rattlesnakes and all that, western rattlesnakes, but yet it has to splash down. And rattlesnakes do not like water, if I'm correct. But other than that, I mean, that's the quite ironic part. But Diamondback overall, good bit of intensity, smooth, somewhat, I say. But like, good positive airtime, kept me on my seat. I mean, Diamondback overall, I really did enjoy it. I mean, I was there with... I was kind of sick when I went. I was just keep it at that. But Diamondback was pretty good. I mean, did not disappoint whatsoever. I mean, the theming could be better. That's the reason why it was at 2. But at number 1, if you can guess, is Orion. Orion has a special place in my heart because I consider it my first ever Giga Coaster. Even though people here may not agree that Orion is a Giga Coaster. But the drop is 300 feet, even though the height is 287. I think coasters should go by the first drop, not the height of the chain lift. So therefore, Orion, I consider a Giga Coaster, which means so much to me. As Orion is smooth overall, nothing too bad on Orion too. Orion is nice, beautifully placed overall. Don't mind the screen in the background. My brothers are being complete dummies. But Orion had a good bit of airtime for me, even though I was kind of put rain in the middle. But overall, Orion, I really did enjoy it. I couldn't even hit Orion. I mean, I'd ride a coaster a second time because I had enough time to. I just wanted to ride it again for the experience. Because this coaster brought so much joy to me, to the point I really do like this coaster. But overall, that's Orion. Here at the podium, we have Banshee, Diamondback, and Orion. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. This will make my day. Thank you, and goodbye.